Hello? Hey, can you hear me, guys? Hello, everyone. I think you should be able to hear me now. Let me go ahead and move this. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the live stream. I'm super excited to be here. Kind of nervous because this is my first live stream. So please, if you can hear me, go ahead and drop a comment. Let me move the mic a little bit and let me know how's the audio. Okay, so nice. Thanks for confirming, everyone. Again, thanks for joining. I'm super excited to be here. We made it. We hit 10,000 subscribers, and I thought of making this live stream video to get to know you guys a bit more, and I guess just to chat a little bit, maybe even code a little bit and show you what I'm working on for our next video. So if you have any questions or anything that you have in mind, please let me know in the comments. Hello, Cesar. Hello, Emanuel Mejia, Norberto, Emiliano, Angie. Welcome, everyone. How are you doing? All right, so for this live stream, I want to actually show you guys what I'm building for our next video. And many of you have requested me to create a chat application using Firebase, using sign-in with Google, using Expo router, multi-user chat application. So these last couple days I've been working on that. So I'm super excited for this video. It's not done yet. I need to tweak a little bit the UI. I need to, fix some bugs and then record the video. But I thought I'll show you guys just like a sneak peek of what I have so far. And also I'm gonna be giving away some courses. So if you want to participate in the giveaway of the courses, please let me know in the comments. My idea is to give you some instructions on how to participate in a couple minutes. It's going to be very easy. You don't have to share anything or follow me in other platforms. It's going to be very easy. You just have to comment in the live stream. So I will let you know in a couple minutes. So yeah, thanks, Emiliano. I'm super happy. 10,000 finally. I mean, I started creating videos, I would say like 2 years ago, maybe more. And I started my YouTube channel in Spanish, actually. So then I transitioned to English because I used to get a lot of comments from people asking me to, to make the videos in English. So that's very nice. I thought maybe just start doing it in English. So yeah, I started building this YouTube channel like a year ago, maybe a little bit more. And now we are more than 10,000. So that's insane to me. Yeah, super excited. So yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and share my screen, guys, with you and show you what I have so far for this app that I'm mentioning. If you have any questions, if you want me to answer something in specific, just let me know in the comments. But yeah, let me share my screen. All right, and I'll go ahead and move this a little bit so that you can see me there. Let me make this bigger. All right, and let me move this a little bit to the left. Okay. Let me align this. I like to align my stuff in here. Yep, so I'll put this down here and then just bring the simulator. Let me make this bigger. So this is what I'm working on right now. I just leave some space for my face in there. Maybe I'll turn off the camera in a moment just so that we can see more code in here. But I'll show you the code in a moment. I wanted to show you a little demo of what I have so far. Um, so I saw in the chat, Emmanuel asking, do you have any videos for in-app purchases with Expo? I don't, but I do have a video about how to integrate Stripe, but I guess it's going to be different for you because you need in-app purchases, right? And Stripe, it's more like when you have like an e-commerce and you want to sell stuff, like physical stuff, I would say Stripe is great. But also for subscriptions, for example, X, aka Twitter, they use Stripe for their in-app purchases for their subscription. But you know, when you're using Stripe and you have your app in the App Store, it's not going to be native, right? Like you cannot do like an Apple Pay, double tap to pay on iPhone. Um, you basically need to take the user out of the app, like in a web browser, and then make them subscribe to your app or whatever you are selling, and then take them back. But actually using Stripe, it's cheaper because you don't have to pay the 30% that Apple takes on each sale. But yeah, I guess in short, I don't have any in-app purchases video. I'll work on that. Let me add it to the list, by the way. I do have this Notion where I keep my videos that I want to make or videos that people have requested me. So I'll just go ahead and type here in purchases, and I'll take a look at this later. Yeah, if you want me to create a specific video, just let me know in the comments, guys. I'll just add it to the list. I won't give you a date on where it's going to be ready, but I'll add it to the list. So yeah, let's see the app that I'm building. It's going to be pretty cool, actually. It's going to be a real-time multi-user chat application. It's going to have sign in with Google. As you can see here, I'm using my Google account. So the sign-in part is ready. Let me sign out to show you how this works. And the welcome screen, it's broken as you can see here, but I can barely click on the sign-in button. And this is going to ask me if I want to continue. So I'll go ahead and continue. Then it's going to ask me which account do I want to use. So this is the only one that I have here. Let's continue. And surprise, we have some chat rooms or conversations that I have created with 2 accounts actually. And I'm aiming for this video to be like a universal app. So it's going to be running on web, iOS, and Android. So let me show you the website, how it looks. Yeah, this is how it looks in dark mode. So of course this is going to be compatible with dark mode and light mode. This is how it looks. Yeah, so the idea is that it's going to be real time. So if I go ahead and create a new chat on the website, by the way, it's broken here. So let's go. I mean, I'll go ahead and create it here. I'm not sure if you can see here, but I do have 2 inputs. I need to fix this text, but I mean, I need to fix the UI, but let's go ahead and create a live stream, I don't know, room with friends. And we can also add a description for these conversations. So I'll go ahead and just type something like this thing in my live stream. Now, the cool thing about this is that we're using subscriptions for any time that someone creates a new chat room. So the idea of this is, of course, I won't be having a lot of users. So my idea was to allow everyone to see all the conversations that are created so far in the entire application. And as soon as I create this one, you're gonna see on the right, the conversation comes right away. This is a live stream room with friends that I just created. testing in my live stream. And so far, I'm not a member. As you can see here, this one says not a member yet. So I need to press join, and I'll join the conversation and go inside. So as you can see, we can have many members in each conversation. It's going to be kind of like a Discord, I think. And everyone can come and say whatever they want. So yeah, my plan, on the left side we have the website, so this is working fine as well. But this is what I have so far, actually. So let me make this a little bit bigger so you can see. But on the left side, you can see it's my other Google account, and on the right, I have a different one. So in total, I have 2 users. And yeah, this is how it looks so far. All right, so let's see the chats. Someone said, I previously used to work as a React Native developer back in India, and I came to do my master's in last spring. And should I switch to a new career stream, or is it fine to upskill in the same? So if you work as a React Native developer back in India, I think you have a strong potential to get a high-paying job right now, because you already have like a strong foundation, right? You already have some real-world experience. But I guess, I don't know, it depends on you. If you want to change your career, I won't tell you go ahead and switch. But if you already have like a strong foundation, if you already have real world experience, you should use that to leverage and get a high paying job, I would say, in the US if you can. That's my advice. Right, Emmanuel said, yes, you're right. I did some research and I found a tool called Revenue Cat for making in-app purchases. Closed platform, works with Expo. Yeah, Revenue Cat, I would say it's the only solution that we have for Expo. There's another one called in-app purchases for React Native, but yeah, I would say just use Revenue Cat. Let me go ahead and go to the landing page. Yeah, I think I've used this before. Yeah, I remember now. In my previous job, we integrated Revenue Cat for in-app purchases. It's actually not too bad to integrate. They have a really nice guide for React Native, I think. Let me see if I can find the docs. Okay, let's go to the docs. So let's search for React Native. Yep, because you can use Revenue Cat for iOS, Android, Flutter, Unity, even Mac applications, Kotlin. But for React Native, they have a really nice guide. You can see how to install it here. Let me make this bigger so that you guys can see a little bit better. React Native package, using our link. Yeah. So if you come here, you'll find using Expo. React Native purchases work with Expo project when using a development build. Yeah, so you have to build, of course, the app. It's the recommended way of building Expo applications. You have to always use development build. But yeah, you can go ahead and install it. Yeah, and then import. Yeah, I don't see. Okay, get started with the bird workflow. Don't see anything else in here, but oh yeah, next steps. Let's see. Installation. So once we install, so the installation is going to be different on each platform. Here we have React Native. Once you install, of course, this is old because they are using class components, but it's the same thing, right? They are using a component did mount, which means they are using a use effect nowadays in a component, in a functional component. So yeah, I guess once you install Revenue Cat, you need to initialize it based on the platform. You need an API key that they are going to give you once you register with them. And I would say the complicated part of integrating in-app purchases is like connecting the App Store and Play Store with Revenue Cat and then integrating it into your React Native application. Um, but I'll take a look at this and maybe I'll create a video later. Um, but yeah, if you want to go ahead and start, you can just come here and you'll find these guides. Hi Prashant, welcome to the stream. All right. Yep, you're welcome, Navin. All right, so I'll just go ahead and come back here. Let's see what we have. So my idea for the course giveaway, I mean, if there's someone here who is interested in the course, in some of the courses at codewithbeto.dev, and of course, if you don't know, let me just show you. We do offer some courses, and I'll be giving some of them away today to anyone who wants any of these. So if you want one of these courses, just drop a comment in the live stream and just let me know which. Actually, I will be needing your email to give you the I mean for the winners to give them the course. So I guess you can reach me on X and send me a message. So I'll just show my profile. So go ahead and follow me on X if you haven't already. And let me know in the comments. I guess I can just put a comment here. Or, yeah. So if you want to participate on the courses giveaway, follow me on X and leave a comment with the course that you want. Yeah, because we need to be in touch. If some of you guys win, I'll I need your email. Of course, you need to create an account at codewithbeto.dev. You can sign in with Google. It's very easy, just one click, and you should be good to go. But yeah, cool. So now that everyone knows how to participate, we can go ahead and move on to continue building this app, unless anyone has more questions. So Emmanuel says, yes, they have a good guide. Right now, I'm stuck with Android. Yeah, that's the life of a React Native developer. Sounds about right. Yay, congrats on your 10K subs. Thank you, Eric. Emmanuel, I'm on it. Nice. Cool. All right, so for the functionality of today, guys, I wanted to quickly build like a screen to select the winners of the giveaway, and it's going to be very easy actually. It's going. I'll just make a list of the participants and then grab a random user. But yeah, okay. So Eric says, hoping you can create a tutorial with Supabase. Yeah, by the way, I think I need to add that to my list. If I don't have it already. Yeah, I don't have it already, I think. Yeah, everyone is asking me about Supabase as well. They have really good stuff actually. Supabase. Go ahead and add an icon to this so that it looks good. Awesome. All right, Supabase for React Native. I think, oops, sorry about that. I think Superbase it's like trending right now. Everyone is using them. Oh, can DM you on Twitter directly? I didn't know that. Why not? Okay, so how can we fix that? Let's try. I guess you can. I mean, I need your email somehow. How can I do that? All right, so just send me an email. I guess that's easier. But still, you should follow me on X, by the way. You can just send me an email with your email. I mean, with the email you use to register at growth with Beto.dev. Okay. Send an email with the email you've used to register at growth.dev. Yeah, send me the email at send it here. All right. So send it to Beto at codewithbeto.dev. Let me open actually the email to see who has sent me an email. I guess I can check it out later. Maybe not. Okay. Awesome. Yeah. So I have here my email. So if you send me an email with your email that you use to create an account at codewithbeto.dev, then I can provide you with the course if you win. Remember that you need to have an account if you haven't already. So yeah. Okay. Thanks for letting me know about the Twitter issue, by the way. Okay, I have added Supabase to the upcoming videos. Please integrate GPay gateway to I have RuPay cards that are not supported for international transactions. GPay gateway. What is that? Let me Google it. Oh, Google Pay gateway. All right. So are you talking about, okay, Google Pay. So if you're using Stripe, actually, you can have like Google Pay on top of that. And everything is handled by Stripe. So if you just integrate Stripe, one of the payment methods is going to be Google Pay. So I don't know if that will work for you. And yeah, so FYI, just in case you didn't know, you can pay with Google if you are using Stripe. Cool. All right, so please give some guidance on how to test using testing frameworks. Norberto has asked. So some guidance on how to test using testing frameworks. Are you talking about like unit testing with Jest? There's actually a really cool Jest testing library, testing framework for React Native. Yep, testing React Native apps. I actually use this library, this framework for in my current job at Walmart, um, and it's pretty nice. I mean, you can do like very complicated things. I would say writing tests for some complicated stuff is going to be tough. But if you have, like a simple screen, or you want to write tests for specific components or specific functionality that is not too complex, Jest is the way to go. Everyone uses it, I would say, and it's developed by Meta, which is really nice. And it's not very difficult to use, especially if you have used Jest for web. But at the end of the day, it's very easy to use. So you can follow this guide. Actually, I can, if you want, I can put it in the chat if you want to check it out. But yeah, this is the one I recommend. This one I use. So if you want to, there's also, for example, this new one that actually Expo. Let's see, Expo testing. I forgot the name, but they have this doc for unit testing. Expo, yeah, they are using Jest. Let's see if they have another one. Okay, no, this guy is just for Jest. That's for Jest, but if you want to, actually, there's a really nice like real device way to test your applications using what's the name? I forgot. So basically, in this platform, you can run a iOS device or Android device in their website, and then load your application. Oh yeah, it's called Sauce Labs. Yeah, this is it. So if you didn't know about Sauce Labs, it's really cool. Basically, you can, like I said, run a iOS simulator or iPhone 15 Pro or iPhone. I think they have iPhone 10, the oldest one, and just install your IPA or APK and see how your application would look in a real device. All that in the browser. So yeah, let's see if they have like a demo in here. Yeah, they don't have like a demo of how this works, but you can actually start for free. I think if you have like a small enterprise, you would have to pay for this, but I would say it's a pretty nice way to test, especially if you don't have devices, right? For example, at Walmart we use Sauce Labs, and especially for me that I don't use Android and I don't have any Android device yet. I'm trying to buy a new Android device. I always go to Sauce Labs and install the APK directly. I always run a device, and I know that it's going to be a real device. You can see the screen in real time. It's pretty cool. But yeah, let's see the products. Platform for test. You have the Sauce mobile. Let's click on this one. Yeah, I think you have to create an account or something. They don't have like, they have this request a demo, which I don't like to do. Looks like they are going to ask me to send an email and then wait for someone to reach out. But I have used this on Walmart, at Walmart, and it's great. As you can see here, you can see reports for Android and iOS performance, things like that. And if you want to really complicate things, you can run like scripts on your builds. Like for example, run a script to click on the sign in button, set some text in the input for the email, and then validate that everything works fine and go through flows. You can do that using frameworks like Appium, I think. Appium. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, as you can see here, let me accept this. Accept. As you can see here, they have Salt Labs. They are one of the, I guess, partners. They work together. But yeah, you can write like automation scripts using Appium for your React Native app. And yeah, but that's, that's, I would say that's some advanced stuff. You need to dedicate some time. Um, so if you are building an app for yourself, I wouldn't encourage you to write a bunch of tests right now. Just try to get the app to the market and validate that users are using it. Um, but yeah, otherwise, if you want to use this for your work, that's fine. You can dedicate the time to um, learn Appium and integrate everything. And I think my face got frozen. Can you guys please let me know in the comments if my face is frozen? Um, all right, so please integrate. Okay. Let's see what's going on. Okay, Norberto says we are still using CLI at work. Is Expo the way to go for new projects? Can you also please update your React Native course using TypeScript? All right. One second. Yeah. I mean, Expo. If you didn't know, in case you didn't know, Expo it's the recommended way to build um, production-ready applications. Norberto, in case you didn't know. Um, let me try to unfroze my face. How do I do that? Oh my goodness. All right. My face, it's broken. Oh my goodness. Okay, anyways. I knew something was going to happen because I'm using my iPhone. So let me try to see if I can fix this. One second. All right. So, all right. Yeah, it's not working. I guess what do I, how do I fix this? My goodness. Okay, I think it's coming back. There we go. I'm back. All right, so let's take a look at the chat. We have talked a bunch about testing. I mean, I don't want to really talk about testing. It's not fun. Testing is painful. Um, so let's bring the chat in here. Hey, Vero, congrats for the 10K subs. Thank you. Vero is my sister. Okay. So I wanted to answer this question for Norberto. You guys are still using CLI at work, and I would say that's fine. But if you are going to create a new Expo, new React Native application or new project, you have to use Expo. It's the way to go. And I would encourage you to use Expo rather in production right now. I wouldn't have said this before, like 6 months ago, I wouldn't have recommended using Expo router, but I think it's been, available now for more than a year, and it has proven to be working fine. And my face got frozen again. I don't know what's wrong with this thing. Yep, I guess I'll just leave it there. One second. I just wanted to say that, by the way, Meta is recommending using Expo. It's not me. It's Meta, the creators of React Native. And there was a talk, recent talk. Let's see if I can find it. By an App.js conference. the recent one. Yeah, let me go to the channel. Let me comment this. Hopefully my camera can get back. For now, I'll just move to just screen. Um, yeah, Emmanuel said it. Expo is the way. But I want to show you guys this video from, where is it? Let's see if I can find it. I don't yet. Anyways, there's a whole discussion on GitHub. I actually made a tweet about it like a lot of time ago. I don't know if I can find it here. But yeah, everyone is talking about using Expo in production. So yeah, I would encourage you to go ahead and use Expo in prod if you haven't already. And if you have the chance to create a new application, there's no better way than using Expo. And yeah, I'll try to update the React Native course using TypeScript, of course. I'm planning on creating a new section for Expo Router, but I haven't had the chance. I've been super busy. But yeah, I will do it as soon as possible. Thanks for that. My face is frozen again. Yes. What are some methods you recommend to validate users? What do you mean validate? Like for authentication or which specific use case? Can you specify a little bit? ¿Me ayudas a hackear el internet de mi vecino? Okay. Can you do a tutorial on using React Native Vision Camera? Yes, I will do that. Let me add that to the list. Let me bring the Notion. I think I have it, or... Oh, my camera is back. My goodness. I need a camera. Okay, so Vision Camera. Yeah. So Vision Camera, it's a really nice library. I think, you should use it, especially if you want to do some hard code camera stuff. But if you haven't already, I would encourage you to check out this video that I created. If you go to codebeto.dev and then go to the project, we created this Snapchat clone using Expo Camera. And you could try to, replicate using Vision Camera. I would say the API is very similar. They both work kind of the same way. I decided to do this video with Expo Camera because they recently updated the library. They actually made a post about it. Yeah, I don't have the link, but let's say Expo Camera. Yes, next. This one. So this was what, February this year, so pretty recent. They were announcing that they were ready to close up the beta testing for the new Expo Camera library. And as you can see here, they talk a little bit about what changed. And I would say this API, this camera API would look very similar to Vision Camera. I actually was checking it out the other day. They have really nice docs as well, so if you want to just jump ahead in the documentation with Vision Camera, I would encourage you to do so. But what do you want to do with the camera? Can you let me know in the comments? Like, do you want to create like a Snapchat clone like me? Or do you want to have like a QR code scanning? We actually did a pretty cool QR code scanning with this one. Let me see if I can find the demo here. I don't know if I put it in here. Oh yeah, right here. Look at this demo. Let me see if I can make this bigger. Yep. So this was a pretty cool app. Actually, I'm pretty proud of it. As you can see, we have like library access. You can take Snapchats, you can take videos, you can detect QR codes right there. And when you detect the QR code, we are showing this QR code detected button that you can press, and it's going to open the web browser searching for the link of that QR code, which is pretty nice. And once you stop focusing the QR code, the button is going to disappear. So there I'm taking a picture, as you can see. And then I'm saving it to the library, so that's pretty nice as well. We can also do videos. We can zoom. Basically, we learn how to, turn on the flash, turn off the flash, which I would say all you need for a camera. Whatever you need for the camera, I think we are covering it in this video. There we have it. So when I press on the button, I was taken to the website, which was codebeto.dev. So yeah, this is a pretty nice video. So if you're interested, I will put it here in the chat. Snapchat clone, hit enter, there you have it. Yeah, I'm getting some comments in Spanish. Thank you very much, guys. Yeah, some of you guys have been with me from the beginning. So we've come very far. I'm super happy for both of us. If you made it this far with me, I would say you're a strong developer because I've noticed that my videos are getting more advanced, I would say, not for beginners anymore. It's more for advanced devs. I would say I get bored when I'm trying to do something very basic with React Native. And I know that all of my followers are strong developers. So yeah, super happy that everyone's here. Again, gone your face. Yeah, but I think it's back now. All right, so next, thanks for answering my question. Can you also please do some video on how to implement Bluetooth low energy? This one, it's a tough one, actually, implementing Bluetooth stuff. I don't think there's like a nice library to do so. And it's going to change based on what you want to do with the Bluetooth. But I know this guy on X, I actually recently retweeted some of his videos. This one, Daniel, he's a really cool developer and he creates videos, very tough videos. He's a tough guy. But if you go to his YouTube channel, I really like his videos, by the way. He has one with Expo and Bluetooth, low energy. So I don't know if you have checked this one already, but if you haven't, I'll just go ahead and copy the link and put it in the chat. Norberto, this is for you. So let me go back. Yeah, okay, so I'll just go ahead and go to his YouTube channel. He has some really nice videos, so if you want to subscribe to his channel, you're more than welcome to do so. Bluetooth. All right, did you try Uni Styles, Restyles, Native Wind, and other styling library? I'm planning to build a social media app and I'm concerned about performance, but style sheet is not enough, especially on dark mode. I would say, yes, I have tried Native Wind. It's awesome, but it's not going to be the same as using Tailwind CSS on a web browser, right? Let's go to Native Wind. Oh, not this one. Native Wind. What? It's taking me here again. Let's add GitHub here. Yeah. This is Native Wind. Let's go to the website. Yeah, I have used Native Wind, but it's going to be very limited. It's good for some things, like, for writing simple styles quickly, and for writing different colors in dark mode and things like that. It's great. I really like it, but it's at the end of the day some extra work that you need to do under the hood to transform those strings into styles and then apply it to the app. Um, by the way, a lot of people have asked me why you don't use like a UI library, and I would say personally, I think that is not like a huge difference. Using you know, using a UI library, or especially native Wind, I would say it won't allow you to do like crazy stuff, but it's great for consistency. Like for example, if you want to add a shadow, you can do that very easily, I think. Let me see if we can find it. Yeah, so you can do shadow. Uh, yeah, where is it? Yeah, shadow, and you can change this to be shadow medium, I think, or yeah, that worked. I mean, it's nice, but I don't see like a lot of difference using the style sheet. I really like to use the style sheet, and if you are concerned about dark mode, uh, let me show you this example that I'm building right here. When you start a new application with Expo, already comes with dark mode support, right? And I think in most cases we are not aware of all the colors that we can use already with the app. We don't have to really care about. I mean, we don't really have to have like a scheme of colors. You can simply use the ones that come with Expo navigation, I would say. And what I wanted to show you, let's go to the new chat room. Can you guys see there? Let me move this a little bit to the right. So let me search for colors, or actually theme. Yeah, this one. Okay, so let's see this example, right? We need to provide styles for light and dark mode, I know. But it's not, it's hard when you have to be switching, right? Every time that you are creating a new button and things like that. So I would say instead of doing that, try to abstract as much as possible. And as an example, let's take the new Expo template that comes with a couple of components like this one, theme text and theme view. So if you go to the theme text, you'll notice this is a pretty small component, and very reusable component, a text, right? You're going to be writing text on each screen, and it's going to change on light mode, and it's going to change on dark mode. But if you do this component right once in your app, you can reuse it without adding any styles anymore. Just do it once, do it well, and you can reuse it everywhere. And in this example, for example, I extended this, adding a new style. So you can come here and always extend the same component if you need like an extra style, or you can also pass this style as property like they are doing in here, and override the styling that you had before for this component. Um, this in specific gives you more freedom, I would say, of customizing everything as you need. But yeah, it takes some time to set up this component instead of just going and directly type the class name using Tailwind. But I would say this is more scalable and more reusable. So yeah, that's why. Yeah, let's go to the other one. I think it was externally conversation. Yeah, conversation list. No, it's not this one. Is it this one? Yeah, theme. So if you didn't know, you can use these hooks with with React Navigation. You can use the use theme hook. I'm importing these from here. And this theme right away lets you know if you are using dark or light mode. So let me put in the console here. Console theme and hit save. And this is a really cool thing. You get the colors that React Navigation is using, and you can use the same colors for your UI. And you don't have to care about light and dark mode because these colors are going to change every time we switch. So if I switch, you can see that now we have different colors down here. Okay, and we have colors for background, border, card, notifications, and you can customize these colors as well. But yeah, apart from that, we also have the dot dark, which is going to let me know if the app is in dark mode or light mode. So if I change this to dark, you can see that now it's true. All right. And it's rendering 3 times because I have 3 cards in here. Okay. Sounds good. So based on this, I'm using this theme to provide this border bottom color like that. And yeah, that is going to be changing between dark and light using React Navigation colors. But yeah, let me know what do you think. I mean, using native Wing, it's totally fine, especially if you are building a small app or an app that has a simple UI. It's great. Okay, next comment or next, yeah. So I meant like validating an app idea with users. Oh, okay. You mentioned when creating an app, do not focus too much on testing and focus validating the idea first. Yeah. So I remember when I used to create one of my first apps, it was the Lovers app, and actually you can view it at Code with Beto. Let me show you here quickly. So go to the project, sorry, resources, Lovers. Yeah, let's do this video. This is an app that I spent a lot of time doing, and I integrated authentication with SMS because I wanted to authenticate users just with the phone number, as you can see there, and then get the code, authenticate, so that users wouldn't have to type an email, or we didn't have to use like a Google account, just use your number and that's it. And then I wanted to add support for pictures and started adding features that no one really asked me to. I didn't really launch the app until I finished all these features, crazy features like adding push notifications, connecting users. So you can see there the notification. And I think that took me a lot of time instead of, and I would say what happened was that when I launched the app, no one used it. Yeah, no one used it. I don't know if maybe I'm pretty bad at marketing, or the application wasn't really solving like a problem that users had. Our idea was to share memories with your partner, as you can see here, like sharing a picture, leaving a comment, and this is just private for you and your partner, and you can connect with one person and share stuff, get notified when someone shares something with you. You can be reminded of your anniversary. But yeah, this was actually an idea from my wife, and I thought this was a really nice idea. I had some of my friends to help me with the UI, and it took me a lot of time, especially because I was a beginner at the time. So I would say don't waste too much time on having a really cool style, or adding that really sweet feature that is not really necessary maybe. So I would say just do the minimum and ship it. My advice would be, depending on what app you're trying to do, my advice would be like, do the minimum you can do. Let's say if you want to create an application for, I don't know, learning courses, right? The minimum would be having a simple login screen with the simplest method, like log in with email or Google, and just one. Don't waste too much time adding Apple, other providers like Facebook. Just add one, and then move on to the next feature, like the home screen. The home screen will show you, I don't know, courses based on user ID. Don't waste too much time on UI, like I mentioned before. Just show the information, and the product. I would say the product would be the course, the value of the course, the videos of the course, and ship it as soon as possible. If you can ship it the first day that you created the app, and then from there update the app, that's great. That's better. And yeah, that's my advice on, if you see, like, for example, that users are starting to use your application and they are giving you feedback. That's basically how it works. Once you have gained some traction, you won't be deciding which features to add to your application. Users will tell you what to do, because at the end of the day, they will be the people who is using your app, and they are the people who are getting value from your app. So you need to focus only on what the user wants. Don't waste your time. That's my advice. All right, so keep rocking, bro. Thank you, Cesar. I mean, like, validating. Okay, that I answered that comment. How can we do authentication using Face ID? Actually, nowadays it's really easy, because with iOS 18, you can lock any application with Face ID without even have to have it as a feature in an application. So I don't think it's really necessary adding a Face ID, but if you really want to, I have a video on that. Let me go to my YouTube channel. Yep, give me 1 second. So if you come here, I don't remember if I have it here actually. It's one of my first videos, yeah, 2 years ago. Wow, I said 1 year, but it's been 2 years now. I'm old. Anyways, you can check this video. Basically, there's a Expo package for Face ID, and if the device doesn't have Face ID, you can use Touch ID, and in the worst case, passcode. So yeah, I can share the link with you and put in the chat. Face ID video. All right. Now, also, how would you go about beta testing your React Native application with select users? For example, allowing friends to be beta testers for your application. So actually, you can use Expo application services for this, and they have some really nice features. Let's go to EAS, Expo Dev, and so I have some built in here, but you can have like members, billing. Yeah, especially if you're building a React Native application, I would encourage you to use EAS. Let me go to the docs. EAS tutorial introduction. So with Expo application services, you can build your app, submit it to the app stores, and also you can do internal distribution, as you can see here. So if you come here, you can create and share internally the build, and developers can test it out. This would work for Android and iOS. This is a huge advantage of using Expo. But if you have a very small team, and for example, you are just using iOS for testing, you can use TestFlight. I'm guessing you have an account, an Apple account. Let me show you mine. I have this account. Let's see if I can log in quickly. Let me use my account. I'll sign in with Passkey. Nice. Something went wrong. I'm not sure why. Okay, I'll just go ahead and continue with password. I think it's easier. Okay. So I'll show you how oh my goodness, my face frozen again. But I'll show you how I do testing. Let me go to my apps. So these are some of the apps that I have. And let's see Only Chats, for example. This is a great example. Only Chats is the application that we built in my course. This is a final project. And for this one, you can see it right away on the top here. We have the test flight. This is in case you're using iOS, right, for your team. This is great. They need to download test flight. So if you don't have test flight, you need to download it from the App Store. Let me switch to just screen since my face is frozen. And from here, you can just push a new build and select it. For example, this one. So test flight will send it to the individual testers that you have within your list of testers, and you can add them manually, add a new tester, or import even a CSV file, or you can also have groups. Okay, this is for internal testing. But also, if you want to do like external testing, you can like submit your application. You actually have to submit your application for approval from Apple, and once that's approved, you can share the link of your build with people. So this is for internal testing, and let's see the test info. So if you're gonna be having this test for external testers, you need to specify this information, right? Like the URL of your application, what kind of data do you need to sign in, do you need to sign in, or what kind of data we are getting from users, license agreement, and things like that. Then submit for approval. Once it's approved, you will get a link and you can start testing externally, which is really nice. All right, so let's go back to the apps. Okay, advanced stuff. Yeah, we do advanced stuff because we need it. All right, sounds good. So we have one more question. Oh, thank you for all your amazing content. Thank you, Rogelio Zamora. That really means a lot. Thank you very much. Okay, so how would you go about beta testing? Okay, I already answered this, I think. Do you have some experience integrating MQTT messages on Expo? My use case is to consume a lot of events. I think I need to Google that. Yeah, I think. Nope, I have never used this before. But looks cool. Standard messaging protocol for the Internet of Things. It's designed as an extremely lightweight publish subscribe messaging transport that is ideal for connecting remote devices with small code, footprint, and minimal network bandwidth. Sounds really good. Yeah, I don't have any experience on this. Sorry, Norberto. Is this code on your GitHub? Would you like to take a deep look on it? Which code? I'm not sure which project are you talking about, but well done. If you want to go to my platform, just go to the projects, and any project that you are interested in, you can search. And if you click on them, you can scroll down and click on the GitHub. Pretty much everything is available for free. But if you are referring to the resources, these are for sale at codewithbeto.dev. All right. Let's move on to the next comment. I would, sorry, it would be great to have series or a video about authentication. I mean, the authentication with minimalism in mind, making as convenient as possible for the user. Perfect, because I'm working on this new video that I'm showing you here. I mean, this project that is not ready yet, but it will be soon. And this video is going to be great because the authentication is very simple. So if I sign out, I see this screen, right? Of course, this screen is broken because I haven't fixed this tile. Um, but the authentication is very simple. That's what I'm trying to say. If you just click on the sign in, we will ask the user, do you want to sign in with Google? Continue, select account, and then continue again. Okay, and that's all. Okay, I didn't have to type any username. I didn't have to remember any password. That's why I like to use Google. Everyone has a Google account. And in the worst case, you could add like sign in with Apple or any other provider. And a cool thing about this is very simple to integrate. I mean, it's going to take like an hour once I have the video ready. It's very simple to do, but let me show you here. I'm using Firebase for the backend. So if we go to the authentication, you'll see that I have these two users once we sign in. So it's very simple. We can be sure that we're gonna be, only having real data, like real emails, because this data is backed by Google. So that's a plus. And yeah, so I would say trying to stick with one provider, it's great. And the code, it's the best part. Let me show you. If I go to my entry point, which is the layout, the only thing I have added here is this web browser because we're using the web browser to authenticate with Google. And then I have the auth provider. I'm using a context, which is really advisable to use, I would say. So to manage the state of the user, I'm using this provider as well because then you can just grab the user from the context from anywhere within the app. And the code is going to remain simple and clean. So let's check this auth provider. This auth provider is just, like I said before, exposing the user and just validating a couple stuff. And because I'm using Firebase down here, you can see that I'm using the auth state change. And this is basically all I'm doing, just setting and create a user in my database if this is the first time that this user is signing in. Now, because this method is going to detect any change on the state. So when the user authenticates, we don't need to handle the state manually. This is going to trigger an event and we can just have this if else. If we have a user, it means we have a user authenticated. We are taking the user to the home screen. Otherwise, we are taking the user to the sign in screen. And that's all really what we really need to do. Now in the sign in screen, let me show you. I'm using my Expo. I'm using this Google ID token. So because now I'm only using Google, I'm using this use ID token auth request that we can import from Expo auth session. Okay, an Expo auth session is a very robust library that you can use for authentication, either Google. I even have an authentication with GitHub, Facebook. I have videos on this actually. If you are interested in the YouTube channel, you can find how to handle these kind of providers. But yeah, this is how it looks. Basically, we have a response, a prompt function to start the sign-in process. And once we have a response, we can validate. In the case of success, this means that we got the information from Google and now we can create or sign in the user with the credential that we are generating with this token. Okay, and I will explain more, of course, once this video is ready. I will explain more about this, but yeah, we can sign in the user and that's all. This is a very clean component, I would say, just one button. This is all the logic. I just decided to add this as an example, like the error. You can handle the error. You can handle the cancel case as well. And yeah, this is pretty clean. Yeah, I don't know if you have anything else in mind about how to do it cleaner, but yeah, I would say this is a really good user experience. Yeah, so let's see the comments, the chats. Yeah, Face ID, thank you. What's next on Code with Beto? More courses, more tutorials. Yeah, infinite courses for everyone. Um, yeah, my camera is still broken. Let me see if I can fix it. All right. Yeah, so for Code with Beto, I'm currently working on a new course, which is a pretty cool course. Let's go to the Code with Beto website. So if you go to Code with Beto, you'll find these courses, right? I'm currently working on the master Git and GitHub, which I believe it's fundamental for software engineers, especially for those who are aiming to get a job as a software engineers, or they simply want to handle, software in a good manner, especially if you are working with other developers or a team, or even open source. Knowing how to use GitHub and Git, it's fundamental. And I believe a lot of people takes this for granted. And if you lack this knowledge, I would say it can get you in pretty uncomfortable situations, especially if you somehow get a job as a software engineer, and you don't have a strong foundation in Git and GitHub, you will have a pretty bad experience, because nowadays everyone assumes that developers know Git and GitHub. So even if the role was for a React Native developer, um, they assume that you know how to use Git and GitHub. Anyways, in this course, we will be learning the basics, how to install it, what is Git, the history of Git, which is really cool, basic commands, branching, how to contribute to large code base, not only how to manage your own your own code, your own projects, but also how to make a really good contribution, compelling pull requests to contribute to a repository. We will learn how to do that. And yeah, tips and tricks, best practices, good stuff. That's what's coming from for Code with Beto. For the channel, I will keep creating videos, of course. I'm focusing on creating, the best videos I can, focusing on doing the videos that people are asking me to do. Like today, I got like 3 or 5, so I have a lot of work to do. And yeah, I mean, a lot of good stuff is coming, I would say. I'm happy. Yeah, so let's see the latest comment. How would you go about creating a mesh gradient? If you Google animated React Native gradient, card animations, animated React Native website has a good gradient card example, or what I mean. I'm not sure I'm getting this. About creating a mesh gradient. So for creating gradients within Expo, I would say we are pretty limited on what we can do. Let me search for that. Generate interactive mesh gradients using React.js. Okay, so this is for React, not React Native. But this is, I mean, these are nice gradients, right? So for React Native, I would say just use an image if you want to create something like this. But if you want to create like a more simple gradient, you can use, Expo gradient, which is a really cool library. And actually, I have a video on that, Expo linear gradient, and you can create pretty good gradients. Let's see if we can, see the demo here. This is how it looks. And the cool thing about this linear gradient is that works on web, works on Android, and works on iOS. The code is very simple. It's not super complicated. Just define colors and it's going to look great. It's using native code for iOS and Android. So yeah, I would say more complicated stuff, I would recommend using an image or something. But yeah, honestly, I'm not sure how to do this kind of stuff for React Native. I'm sure it's possible. Yeah, maybe you can check this video, GNC mode from William. All right, let's close this. During this time, what has been the most difficult thing to develop or create? Ooh, okay. Like, do you mean for YouTube videos, projects, or work, or code with Beto stuff? Let's go to code with Beto. For example, I would say creating the React with TypeScript course was one of the most difficult things I've ever done. And not because of the code, right? It's because of the content of the course, like what I'm teaching and things like that. But talking about code, the most complicated thing, I would say, not complicated, related to code with Beto, the platform, not complicated, but scary, I would say, was integrating the payments because I'm using Stripe to handle payments. So if you go to purchase now, you have to sign in. Let me sign in. I'm one of the couple users that have an email account. But yeah, for example, let's say that I want to buy this Stripe template. So I'm using Stripe and integrating all these parts was, it wasn't very difficult, but it was something new for me, and I was scared because we are dealing with money and things like that. But yeah, I would say this is one of the most complicated things that I've developed. But I would say I learned it well, and so well that I decided to add in the React with TypeScript course a section showing how to build, how to handle payments. In the final project, in this one, we integrate Stripe for payments. So I actually, oops, this is available in English, by the way. I actually did a really cool explanation in the course of how Stripe works. So you can see like a small sneak peek in here. And once you understand like the APIs that you are working with, and once you understand how especially Stripe works, how to handle this kind of request on the server, you can integrate the UI very easily. But yeah, this is one of the most complicated things. If we talk about the videos that I've developed, let's see. I mean, one of the most complicated ones is going to be, of course, building a Notion clone. Notion clone, it took me like 5 days or more just to get the app running. I mean, just to be able to have the basic functionality of creating a Notion and dragging and dropping. And this is a really, really complete video, I would say. I recently, and it's one of the newest, right? If we go to my profile on X, if we go to the highlights, you'll find it quickly here. Yeah, so you can find it. But let's see. Yeah, I didn't highlight the demo. The demo. Uh, Let's see if I can find it here. Yeah, this is one of the most complicated apps that I've ever built. I would say all my experience came together to build this application. And on top of that, we're using Prisma ORM. And this application is local first, which means um, the data will live locally in a database that lives locally in the application. But later in the future, I'm planning on creating a second part where we are going to be, you know, adding a sync engine that is going to be in charge of syncing Notion files into our server, into our database. And the cool thing about this being local first is that users can still use the application even if they don't have internet connection. And once they have internet connection, the sync engine is going to kick off and start, syncing the files. Now, on top of that, we can enable new features like sharing notions with other users. And yeah, I would say it was complicated as well because of the Prisma ORM. It's actually a new stuff that they are building. So I had some issues with the API. And good thing was that Soren, the CEO of Prisma, was helping me. I actually mentioned this in here. Special thanks to Soren BS. He is the CEO of Prisma, and he's a really nice guy that helped me, solving my questions about Prisma ORM, integrating it with React Native Expo. Um, yeah, so he's a really nice guy. He helped me, and I'm very happy that I got the chance to work with him. It's super exciting. And by the way, he recently made a talk in the App.js conference, and he used one of my projects as example. He used the expense tracker budget buddy app. This is one of the the coolest apps that I've built as well. But this one is not using Prisma. This one is using just the bare Expo SQLite, which is as well, I would say, a little bit tougher to use. It's not super great developer experience, but at the end of the day, it works. And yeah, I would say Notion clone, Snapchat clone as well was complicated to do because you need a real device and you need to have the camera open all the time to see what you're building. So that one was a little tough. Let's see what else. GitHub login with Firebase. This one was tough. And it only has 4,000 views and it was tough to build. But yeah, I enjoyed it as well. Then what else? This one was tough as well. Animated bottom tab. Even though I was just copying code, it was tough to explain as well. Having an animated bottom tab. Yeah, that was a cool one. Then I would say one of the videos that I have enjoyed the most, it's a snake game with React Native. This is a really cool video. And if we see the demo, let's see if I can go ahead and show the demo. This app is really cool. I remember playing Snake Game when I was a kid and building this application. I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. And yeah, with React Native, which is really nice. Oh, look at Code with Beto version 1. It was different back there. Okay. Let's keep scrolling just for fun. You know, this video is the one that has more views in my YouTube channel, 100K. And it wasn't very difficult to build. And I would say it's one of the worst videos that I've created. And it's the one that has more views. Can you believe that? And yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't have a bunch of videos. Okay. Let's see. I've used Firebase, Supabase, and Auth0 for authentication in web and iOS things. What is your opinion about these options? To me, they are very much similar. They're all beautiful. Okay, so I've used Firebase as well. I haven't used Firebase. Sorry, Supabase. I haven't used Supabase, and I think I should create a video on that. So if you want to share some code that I can copy paste, please do. But yeah, I'll check out Supabase. I'm a fan of them. They share some cool things on Twitter, and they have a bunch of followers. I think I've seen some videos about Supabase. One of my friends used Supabase and he loves it. So I think they are doing well as a company, and also the product that they are offering is great. And they are, I think the basics of that, it's open source. They charge you for extra functionality, so that's good. So yeah, definitely check Supabase. I'm sure I will be having a great developer experience. And Auth0, I haven't used it. Um, but yeah, maybe I'll check it out later. Okay, just drinking a little bit of water. My camera is still frozen. That's why I'm not, using it. But anyways, let's keep moving. Let's see this comment. Will you be making any more courses using strictly React Navigation for navigation, or would it be with Expo Router from here on out? It will be from using Expo Router, I would say. Just Expo Router. Since, Expo, they are moving completely to Expo Router. Even the template, when you create a new Expo app, is using Expo Router. So I would say this is the way to go. They are heavily investing in Expo Router. So I think it's going to be improving over time. And yeah, but React Navigation, it's great. I really love using React Navigation, especially with the new version 7. If you haven't checked out this video, React Navigation version 7, you should check it out because they have really cool stuff coming, like static routes, which requires more boilerplate code, but it's going to be more extensible. And I would say you can use React Navigation if you want to extend some stuff. Like if you want to create like a library like Expo Router, you can use React Navigation. But if you are referring to developer experience, just stick with just stick with Expo Router. They are abstracting a bunch of boilerplate, and they are giving you type routes, and it's going to be easier, and I mean it's going to handle web in a better way, especially routes and things like that. I think that's you can achieve the same functionality with React Navigation, but it's going to require more code. That's why I'm saying. All right, so any technology stack or language you would like to learn or use? Yes, I would like to learn, and actually I've been learning Swift. And let me show you guys. Where is my Apple? Let's see if I can find my Apple account. Yeah. I built this app, Do, Simple Task Manager, using Swift UI because I wanted to learn Swift UI. And I would say this is a very simple application, but I had a taste of what it takes to build a fully native iOS application. But yeah, I'm super interested in Swift UI. I haven't had the chance to really dive deep into it, but yeah, super interested in this. If you want to check the app, you can search for Do Task Manager on the App Store. And by the way, this is this is my only app that I'm selling I sell this one for $1, and I have had some downloads, like 5 or 6. Let's see, where do I get the App Store link? Let's see, view on App Store, yeah. Oops. Yep, this is the app. As you can see, 99 cents. And yeah, no one is using it, I think. Uh, but yeah, if you see, we have like a create task screen, which looks really cool. It has support for dark mode, which is really nice as well, and even widgets, right? And I built this application like in a week, I think, in my free time, and I had a lot of fun. So yeah, that's one. That's one thing. What else? I would say nothing. Maybe learning more about AI, large language models, especially they are really hot right now. So maybe learning something about it would be nice. It's very interesting, but anytime that I, learn the basics or just read a little bit about the basics of AI, sounds very complicated, and I don't have like a lot of time to really dive deep into it. And like I was mentioning before, I think if you already have a strong foundation or experience doing something, I think it's a good idea to just keep doing that, right? Instead of leaving everything and start from zero, learning a new technology. Um, but yeah, those are things that interested me. All right, let's move on. Would you be doing any tutorials where you use Supabase or actually build out a backend using something like the MERN stack or parent stack? Yeah, like full stack stuff. I haven't really done that, right? I think I have a video on that. Let me see. I did like a couple full stack videos like a long time ago, but yeah, maybe I should add that to the list, right? Like using the perm stack or MERN stack. Let me bring the Notion. I think MERN stack or what it says perm stack. I'll take a look at that and get back to you. I learned a lot from you. Use React Native voice for a kind of conversation with ChatGPT. I like the way you chopped a function up to small pieces. Yeah, man. Thanks. Yeah, that's actually one of the videos that was tough to do. And yeah, 13K views. That's not too bad. Let's check it out. And this was, when ChatGPT was really hot. Everyone was talking about it, and even the ChatGPT app at this time, it didn't exist. Or I think it did exist, but they didn't have the talk functionality. So yeah, I had a lot of fun building this app as well. I'm glad that it was helpful. You will be doing some React server components in Expo router. Will you be doing? Huh. Actually, that's one thing that I haven't checked out. Um, so React server components in Expo router. I'll check on that. Did you see the Evan Bacon's demo using server rendering to render UI? That was really cool. If you didn't see it, Evan Bacon JSCon. Yeah, a month ago, he did a really nice demo getting data from the server, and this data was rendering components on the UI in real time, all from the server. So I'll take a look at that. I'll actually maybe ask him to give me the source code and bring it to the channel. Yeah, this was a really cool video. I'm not sure you guys can hear the video. Let me know if you can hear the video. We haven't tried it yet. We don't know if it works. So what are some of these numbers? I mean, they're not gonna be exactly, but 22, okay, 22 PLN convert to USD, $5.50. So we do have it working. I'll add that to the Notion list. But this is pretty advanced stuff. This is React universal code. It wrote all this code for us. This code doesn't exist in there. Oh, sound is broken. Yeah, okay. Anyways, it's a really, really nice demo. But yeah, I think this is going to be like very, very important to integrate in the future. And of course, I will be creating a video as soon as I can, or as soon as I get more knowledgeable in the matter. By the way, are you open for collaboration? I have an idea to add retrieval augmented generation to apps. Oh, thanks for considering me, but honestly, I don't have capacity to take on more work right now, but the idea sounds good. I'm also interested in native iOS development. Would love to see a Swift and Swift UI tutorial from you once you think you are able to teach it. Yeah, that's a good idea. Maybe I should create a video with my to-do app, right? It was nice. Okay. An iOS app to help users improving English speaking skills by talking with ChatGPT. Yeah, that's a good idea. But I think you can use the ChatGPT app for that, right? But building the app sounds fun. I need that app actually to improve my English. Okay. Yeah, the sound is broken. Anyways, that's fine. Nope. Well, I guess the stream is getting longer than I expected, guys. So I think it's time to give away the courses. So if you want a course, if you are interested in some of the courses, I'll be giving away some of them free. Just let me know in the comments which one would you like to have, and send me an email. Let's see if I have some emails in here. Oh, okay. I have some courses, giveaway participation. Okay, never mind. I see that some of you already did send me an email. But yeah, I'll be, I guess, since we are only like 7 or 10 people here, I didn't get like a bunch of people asking for the courses. I will be, just providing you guys access to the courses once I go offline. And we can continue our conversation through email if you have more questions. What is the email address? Let me put in the chat. All right. Yeah, just send me an email. Thanks for joining the live stream. I was hoping on jumping a bit more on this tutorial, but I'll be creating a video anyways, and you can learn more on it. Just wanted to show you that this is going to be really cool, and we're gonna be using Firebase. We're gonna be using signing with Google. So stay tuned for the next video. Thank you so much for being part of Code with Beto.dev. I'm super happy. To continue building the best stuff possible, the best tutorials, and who knows, maybe this will be something that I can dedicate full time one day. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to send me an email. And if you're watching this after the stream, please do not send me an email because this was just for the live stream. So thank you Thank you everyone for tuning in. And I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks, Cesar. Thanks, Norberto. Thanks, Juan. I think I'm pronouncing it right. Juan. We are here because we love your stuff. Thank you very much. I love to hear that. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. I'll see you in the next one.